Hi y'all, if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Amira, and today guys, we're just going to be playing with some new makeup. I've got the new Nomad Keys Beachy and Peachy palette to play with for you guys. I got this in PR and I've already used it, so it's not going to be like a first impressions or anything like that, but I have an idea for a really cool look that I want to try. And then I've just got a few other things here. Some of them are new, some of them are old, but I figured we'd play with some makeup, we chit chat, we catch up because it's been a minute since I posted and there is reasons for that. So I'm going to get into that and yeah, let's get into it. So let me start off by putting on some primer. I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks powder serum. I'm not going to mention every single thing I'm using because that would be a really long video. This is Danessa, can we? But I will list everything in the description box below. I don't need a ton of this because honestly, I'm not going anywhere. I've already done my little morning outing. And so I'm not going to put a ton. I'm just going to put it in my T-zone here. So yeah, basically, let's talk about where I've been and why I haven't posted in like a week and a half. And really guys, it all comes down to how I've been feeling for like the past, I don't know, 8 months, 9 months. Not about my channel per se, but about content creation and specifically beauty content creation. I've been kind of going through this feeling of with everything going on in the world, and I will say for me this past 9 months has been quite depressing and upsetting, and I've just been kind of down in a lot of ways, and it's made me feel like creating content feels like, you know, frivolous, which it is and it isn't. Like and if you hear noise guys, I turned off my fan, but I had to open my window because it can get quite warm in here with the lights. And now I'm just like, but yeah, so this is basically where I've been. I've been in a place of like feeling torn about creating content about makeup. It feels very sort of not important, and I just had weird feelings about it, and I've had weird feelings about it, like I said, for the past 9 months or so. And kind of working through that has been a bit rough, and I've kind of decided, did I bring a concealer brush with me over here? Yes, I did. Yay. I've kind of just like had to take a step back for my own like sanity and like mental health from content creation, just for, you know, just for my own sake, and to kind of figure out and navigate how I want to show up in this space. My love of like makeup and beauty hasn't changed, but my view of content creation, I feel like, is evolving a bit. I still love it, but I'm finding it to be difficult to do at this point. And so as a result, I found myself, at first I thought it was burnout. I thought I was like, you know, I've had my channel for 3 years, guys. Which isn't like forever, but it's a decent chunk of time. I'm still a really small channel. I grow really slowly, but I have an incredible amount I put a lot of work into this channel. I mean, if you look at the number of videos I've posted in 3 years, it's a lot. And so if I were hitting burnout, I feel like it would be completely understandable because, you know, that can happen. Which is one of the reasons why I've stepped back from posting as much, because I did kind of feel like it might have been burnout, and I didn't want to get to a point where I just didn't want to post at all, you know. And I felt that kind of like coming on, where I was just kind of like, I'm over it, and I don't want to be over it, you know. I wanted to still show up and create content, but I just was feeling very like blah about doing it. And it's really funny because once I sit down in front of the camera and I'm creating, it's fine. I feel great. I have a great time, but it's the work up to it that sometimes can feel a little bit like a chore, because I don't have like a specific beauty space, and I'm just going to get into the logistics of it for me. This has a lot to do with it. Well, something to do with it, but you know, I don't have a specific space that I create in. I set up in my bedroom, my tiny little bedroom. This is where I'm at. And I create, but it takes, you know, a good 30 minutes to set everything up. And then on top of that, I work really long hours, and then I get home and I don't feel like doing anything. Sometimes I'm like, it's always funny how you can like feel like you have the energy to do things before you actually do them. So like during my work day, I'll be like, oh yeah, when I get home, I'm going to film like 2 videos. And then I get home and I'm like, it's 8 o'clock at night. What are you filming? Like, what? Who, girl, who? So that has been like, at first that was sort of the goal. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to film on the weekdays when I get off work, and it'll be great because I'm already in work mode. But then I forget about the fact that I work 9-hour days a lot of the time, and I'm tired when I get home. And the last thing I want to do is like take off makeup, put on new makeup, or even sit down in the makeup that I've had on all day. I've done it a few times and it's fine, but I'm not really all that interested in that. I don't know if I'm going to powder. I'm putting on, we're going to try the new Huda blush filter. I have it in the shade Cotton Candy. I don't know if this is going to go with the eye look that I have in mind, but I really want to use this because I just got it. So we're going to see. We're going to see. So this is what it looks like. It's pink. It's very cute. I like the way it looked on the models, so we'll see if I like how it looks on me. And I don't think did I bring the proper brush around? There's a brush that I would like to use for these types of products, but I'm just going to use this one. Ooh, that's pigmented. Oh, that's pretty. That's really, it's like, I like that. Now, it's really soft, but as you can see, I could probably build this up. It does look like it looks on the model, where it was kind of like, it's like a pink, but it has a little, you could tell that has a little hint of coral that I am here for. Okay, let's try this side. Okay, okay. I have like blush FOMO because everyone's buying all the blushes and I've only bought this one, and I want to try all the other ones too, but I really don't need to try all the other ones. So, but yeah, so just being realistic with myself about what I can get done during the work week. And then you have the weekend. And the weekend is like where I get everything done. And then it's like, okay, and now I have to sit down and film. And I'm not complaining about that. This is like, I'm sure the thing that everybody who content creates, who has other jobs. And that's the thing, is that, you know, the majority of us small creators we have jobs outside of YouTube. We have to. We don't make our living from this. Like, I make very little money from doing this. I spend more on this channel than I make from this channel. You know what I mean? And so we have the things that we have to prioritize, like, you know, our jobs. And then, like, you know, on the weekends, this is actually so pretty. And you totally could build that up. I might build it up later. I just kind of want to see if I like it once I get into the eye makeup, if it's going to clash. I don't want to add too much just in case. But it can get hard to, on the weekends, when you have 15 other things to do that you didn't get done in the week, to then, you know, find the time to do all those things plus film. And I was just feeling tired. I've been feeling tired. I've been feeling burned out. And your girl was just like, what is it? Is it that I don't want to do this anymore? Or am I just like, am I over it? I don't feel like I'm over it, but maybe I'm over it. And I just came to the conclusion that there was a lot going on. There's a lot going on mentally, emotionally, physically. Like, I'm tired because I'm tired. I was feeling very conflicted about doing content in the first place, and then finding the time to do it, you know. I've also been like struggling with migraines. Like, I've dealt with chronic headaches and migraines most of my adult life, but it's been really bad this past, I would say, 2 months, where it feels like my body at the end of the week just sort of shuts down, and I get a massive migraine on like Friday night into Saturday, and I spend most of Saturday in bed, and then I have Sunday to get everything done. That's kind of been like the theme lately, which sucks. I had one yesterday, but I managed to rally, and I'm like, listen. So we're going to go into, I'm going to show you what shade I'm using. I'm going to use this shade Key Lime Time, and I did a look with this, just like a quick little look with this when the palette first arrived, and I really liked it. And then I decided, I was like, oh, I know what I want to do. And then I was like, I was bummed that I didn't do it then, but I'm like, wait, I can do this when I use the palette on camera. So we're going to go for that, and I hope it works. This is me trying something that I had in my mind's eye, and I don't know. All right, so I've done both eyes. Let me zoom you guys in. Sorry, I'm already like rusty from not filming for a week. So yeah, that's been sort of like the thing that I've been dealing with on the side, and it's just made everything feel really exhausting to do. If you have one day where you're just feeling like crap, and then you have to sort of like rally to get everything done, and then filming would just be like that thing that hangs on the side. So yeah, so it's just been a lot going on in that way, not necessarily in like a primarily logistical way, you know, but also in just the way of like having time to get things done, having energy to get things done. I just haven't had it. And so today I'm like, you know, let's sit down. Let's play with some makeup. Let's see how we feel. Let's chit chat with the gang and see how they're doing. So you guys tell me. I feel like it's been forever since I've been on camera. How are things going for you? How's your summer going? Mine has been, yeah, it's been interesting. I am not a summer person. I will say that right now. Summer is really hard for me. Like some people struggle in the winter. I struggle in the summer, and it's mostly because my body doesn't like summer. Like I get heat migraines, I get heat rash, I think it's called polymorph. I'll put the name of it, like it's polymorphous something, but it's basically when it's almost like an allergy to the sun, where your skin is exposed to direct sunlight and you get a rash. I've struggled with that for many years, and it's been terrible this past like month since we've had a massive heat wave. I mean, most of the country here in the US has had a massive heat wave, but we had a massive heat wave here in Chicago, and my skin, and when I say my skin, I mean my skin from like my face to my neck to my arms was breaking out in this really bad heat rash. And so even when I was when I was like adamant that I was going to film, I actually couldn't. Like there was a chunk of time, not last week, but the week before, where I couldn't wear makeup. Like my skin was so like usually it's my forehead. So all of this was broken out. I was getting breakouts here. Like all of this was broken out, and I couldn't put makeup on that. So having that on top of the like heat migraines and everything, I was just like, summer is just not letting me be great. It's just not letting me be great. Even when I had the energy to do things, I couldn't do things that I wanted to do. So that was annoying. So summer for me is not my favorite time of the year. It's not me at my best, you know. It's me at my, let me just stay inside and hide from from the heat and the sun. So yeah, so that's another reason why I just wasn't filming, and I was just taking it as a sign, you know. And I hate not filming. I hate like missing an upload. I try to upload at least one video a week. My goal is to do 2, but that very rarely happens right now just because of my schedule. But my goal is always to do at least 1 video every single week, and I've had weeks where I've skipped weeks and I just couldn't get it done. So I've used a pencil because I didn't want to bring in another palette per se, which is funny because I'm about to bring in another palette, but I wanted to get that kind of like smoked out like outer corner. So I used the MAC pencil in Chatty just to kind of give it some definition. And this isn't like its final form. If I can find I'm gonna go in and like help blend these out a little bit better together, but I needed some definition on the outer corner because you'll see, I've got plans. So the next color that I was thinking of using is Southernmost Point, which I do like. And this is the look that I did. I did key lime, what is it called? Key lime thyme in this shade, and just like a winged liner, and it was so pretty, so pretty. But I kind of want to do something similar to that, but with more definition. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go in with Southernmost Point, which is from the Nomad palette, but I'm gonna layer it with another shade, and you will see what I mean. It's so pretty. Do you guys catch, are you guys catching the theme yet? Have you caught the theme? So, just to wrap up this little ramble, your girl's been on the struggle bus. Your girl's been on the struggle bus, and something had to give, and fortunately I feel like it was my channel for a little while. And I can't promise that that won't be the case again, because, you know, again, if something is gonna have to give, it's usually the thing that you can kind of step away from and then come back to. It can't be the thing that you absolutely have to do. Like, I can't step away from work or like my obligations, you know, like at home and things like that. But I didn't bring my spray. Hold please. Spray has been secured. All right, let's go in with, I can't decide. So I'm thinking of using one of these Cleona shadows that I showed you guys in my review. And I'm thinking of using this really pretty flaky green, but I don't know how to look over. We'll try. We'll give it a shot, you know? So I'm going to dip into that. I definitely need to spray my brush for this because it is flaky. And I'm just gonna put it here. I mean, that's pretty. I don't know if it's really giving what I want it to give, but we'll see. We'll see. I might go over it with, I mean, we're just playing here. I have an idea, but I'm not like, I'm executing it in real time. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, this is pretty, but it's not quite what I wanted. Let me go over it some more with Southernmost Point, and maybe that'll help me like this a bit more. I mean, yeah. I think the issue with that Cleona shade, it's so beautiful, and I really just wanted to use one of them, but I think it's not going to give what I needed to give for this look. It's a little too shifty. It's so pretty though. But once I've added the other elements, it might be fine. But yeah, so, you know, we'll see how it goes, guys. I'm not promising anything. I'm trying to give myself a little grace, because I am the type of person who will like spiral about stuff like, well, I committed to it and I must do it. And that's true. Like, I feel that way, but also, like, you know, things happen and life happens, and I have to like allow myself to like be okay with that, and that there are ebbs and flows to everything. And for something that I've been doing for 3 years, it's okay if there is an ebb, you know. That doesn't mean that there won't be a flow as well at some point, you know. It's actually really pretty. I like that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do a wing with this very old, you can't even get it anymore. I'm not even gonna list it, but if you ever come across it and it's a brand new one, it's the Melt liquid liner in Molten. They don't make this anymore, and I don't know why, because it is a beautiful brown liquid liner that is everything you could want in a brown liquid liner. Like, it's a perfect tone. I don't know why they stopped making it. Maybe, I think it was before its time, because no one was really doing brown. Now we've got all the brown mascaras and all that, and I just think that they were before their time with this. I'm gonna use this because it's just a little easier on camera. All right, I've cleaned up under my eye because I had a little bit of fallout. I had some schmutz from the liquid liner for some reason. Don't know why. So we're gonna do the lower lash line, and I think for the lower lash line, we're still gonna use the green, but I want to bring in some of the other colors, and I think I'm going to bring in this beautiful shade Dry Tortugas. This beautiful, like, it's like, I mean, look how pretty that is. I really want to bring that into the look. How stunning is that? So I think I'm going to put that on my lower lash line, but I think I'm going to go in first with my pencil. I want to deepen this up a bit. I don't want it like super deep, but I want a little bit of depth. We're going to take this brush again. I'm going to clean it off because I've got a lot going on. And this is just a Sonia G Pencil Pro. This is what I was using to buff out the pencil on the top lash. I'm going to do this on the bottom. See, I just wanted to have a little bit of definition. And then we're going to go back into Key Lime Time. And now we're going to go into that beautiful Dry Tortugas shade, which is stunning and beautiful, and I want it on my face. So I'm going to spray my brush because I don't want to get all that. I'm just putting this kind of like over that. And this is just to help ground the look, because it's one of the things that, as much as I love pastels, I feel like for me, with my eye shape, I need to have something that kind of grounds the look a bit. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of this in the inner corner as well, just to give it some anchoring. It's pretty. I like that a lot. Okay, so now we're going to do mascara. I have a new mascara. It's not new in the sense of like the formula, but the color is new. So I have the e.l.f. Lash Extender in the shade Brown. It says deep brown on the website, but on the thing it says brown. But I love this formula. And when they came up with the brown, I was like, yes, please. My lashes have been going through it, and 2B mascara is just what I need. So I'm going to apply this. It's brand new. It's not quite reached its final form yet. You know, like mascaras need a little time. So it's not like at peak performance, but it's pretty darn close. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this, or a lot. We'll see. All right, guys, so I'm zooming you out. Mascara has been applied. I kind of want to apply some more of that blush because I just love it, but I want to add more. I need more. So we're going to add a little bit more to my cheeks here. But I really like this. It's kind of just like, it's not sheer. And I think it's more noticeable on my cheeks in real life than it is maybe on camera. I was originally going to do like a orange blush, but I wanted to try this one, so I'm going to do that. This is so pretty. I really like that. Excuse you. Stunning. Okay. I'm liking this. I mean, this is my first time trying it, so, you know, I need to live with it more. You guys know how I am. I like to test things out for more than like a second before I give you my actual thoughts. But so far, so good. Take a sip break. All right. That's time. Now it's time for like a highlighter. So I have 2 highlighters here that I've been wearing. And I'm thinking either this one, and this one is from Unearthly, and it is one of their liquid ones. It is the shade Pollen, and this is what it looks like, which would look really pretty with this blush. But then I also have this, which I've been wearing a ton, which is from Salt, New York, and it is their Radiant Cream in Warm Tan. But I feel like with this blush, I probably need something that's a bit pinkier. And on camera, it's coming across, the flash is coming across quite pink, but when I look down at it, it's looking orange, and I kind of like the mixture of the two. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, and I'm going to take it on this Units brush. I love this brush. I love the Units brushes for highlighters and cream products. They're actually so nice. So I'm just going to apply that. I don't know how this is going to react with this blush. This is all, you know, a new little experiment here. That's pretty. like that. I feel like it's maybe lifting it up a little bit, but because it's quite a goopy kind of texture anyway. Let's put that here. And I do wonder if I'm using like the lip gloss. There's a lip gloss in this collection. And I always get them mixed up. And I'm like, maybe this is the lip gloss. If it is, so what? It still looks pretty. I don't care. Yeah, that works. Okay. Who knows? I don't know. I threw the box away and I'm like, it just says pollen. Doesn't say. This might be a little something. I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks. So I'm okay with it. For me, this is something I've used on my face before I use it on my lips anyway. So it doesn't matter. All right, let's do lips. I have for my lips, I have a lip oil and I have a lip mask. And I've been wearing this a ton. I'm debating if I want to wear a darker lip with this so that the look is more what I was envisioning. Should I? This is the lip that I was thinking of, but it's an oil, so it's quite sheer. Should I do something different? Let me look at my little stash over here and we'll see. Give me a second. All right, guys, so I grabbed 2 lipsticks. I grabbed Tasty Hazel. I love this shade so much. And then I grabbed Chocolate Wasted from Dose of Colors, which I haven't worn in a minute. I'm thinking I'm going to do Chocolate Wasted. I mean, because at least with this one, I have other videos to film. And I'm like, And this might be too dark for this look. I don't know. It's kind of dark for it, but I kind of like it at the same time. I don't know. I'm on the fence. You guys tell me. I don't know. Is it cute? Is it not cute? I don't know. I can't tell. I want it brown. Now I'm like, should I do a lighter brown? Maybe. I don't know. These cars just driving me nuts. It never fails when as soon as I sit down, it'll be quiet as quiet. And then as soon as I sit down, that's when all the cars come out and they're like. So, I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I might switch the lip out. We'll see, you know. I don't know. I'm going to be filming some more. Again, I do like the idea of having a liquid lipstick on while I'm filming because I talk so much and then I feel like my lipstick fades. As the more I talk, the more my lipstick fades. But at the same time, I feel like this might be too harsh for this look. I was going for like a mint chocolate chip vibe, which I do feel like I reached. But we'll see. We'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. We'll see how Mira feels in like 5 seconds when the camera turns off. And then I'll be like, I don't know. Anywho, this is the finished look, guys. I used this bad boy, which is beautiful. I will say this is probably, of the No Matte palettes that I've tried, my least favorite just because of color story. It's super bright, which I don't mind per se, but I'm not in like color mode. I will say this half of the palette, this one is giving me life. So I think it's not so much like that I'm anti-color. It's just that this is more my speed right now. Like when I opened it up, the first thing I thought was like, oh, all of these like these goldens and these pastel greens, like that was calling my name. This side, not as much. And I might eventually do a look with that side, but it's just not the side of the palette that was calling to me. But I mean, the shadows are beautiful as usual. I've now tried, I think about, I actually think I might even have enough No Matte palettes to rank the ones that I own. I don't own all of them. I don't own a lot of the OG ones. But I really like the company and the brand, and they've been lovely to send this to me. I'm going to take a little bit more of Southernmost Point, just a little, and put it right in more in this corner here. I'm just fiddling at this point. But yeah, I feel like I will get use out of it, but it probably won't be this side of the palette that I get use out of. It'll be this side of the palette that I get use out of. But the shades are lovely. I will say again, I feel like the metallics in this palette are really nice. They're not too firmly pressed. They're beautiful. I added the Cleonas on top, which, you know, I am late to the Cleona gang, but I am firmly on the Cleona gang now, in the Cleona gang, because these are stunning. I do have affiliate links for both of these that I will leave down in the description box below. I also have links for all this other stuff, some affiliate, some not. If you click on them, it helps the channel out, helps me out so that I can buy more makeup to review for you guys. That's how that works. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments down below. This was a really rambly video, and I apologize for that, but I just kind of just wanted to sit down and like throw my thoughts down for you guys about where I've been, you know, mentally and physically, like where I've physically been. I've been around, I've been working, I've been, you know, chilling. I've been getting bad heat migraines and heat rashes and cursing summer and praying for fall. I really am a fall and winter girl, guys. Like, that is my time to shine, is like fall and winter. Like, that is when Amira is at peak Amira. The only thing I really like about summer are the longer days. And the fact that you can kind of run out without a coat. You know, you can just run out the house. You don't have to like layer up. That's cool. That's fun. But outside of that, you can kind of keep it. I mean, for me, once it reaches past 75, like over 75, I'm done. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Are you a summer person? Are you a summer person? Are you a winter person? Are you like more a transitional season person like spring and fall? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, guys, please be sure to hit the like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.